My experience with Helldivers 2 is a emotional one, I guess you could say. Playing Helldivers 2 reminds me of the times I'd come home from middle school and high school to play video games with my friends on the Xbox 360. We'd play Halo Reach, Call of Duty, and back then, games were just fun. There were no microtransactions, there were no battle passes, there was nothing. It was just you buy the game, and you play it, and you have fun with your friends. Or by yourself if it's a solo game like Skyrim back then, you know? But nowadays, video games are going down a pretty bad route, in my opinion. Games such as Suicide Squad, Skull and Bones, are all full-price games, mind you, and fun isn't the first priority of those games. It's sucking your wallets dry, and that's what Helldivers 2 does differently. Helldivers 2 stays true to the core principles of gaming and puts the player first through their business model, through their microtransactions, through everything. They put the player first, even through their communication with the audience through their Discord channel. They just want to make a fun experience that everyone loves, and I think it's working. I have played it every day since it came out. Maybe not very long each day, but maybe 1 or 2 missions and I'd be done, because I want to help do my part in the great galactic war. Enough reminiscing about the AAA industry and all that stuff. Let's delve into what makes Helldivers 2 stand out as a game in its own right. First and foremost, the gameplay in Helldivers 2 is incredibly satisfying. It's fast-paced and intense, and the game keeps you on the edge of your seat. On hard difficulties, of course. I'd say difficulties 1 through 4 are pretty easy when it's just you and like some other person, but after 4 and up, might need at least 2 or 3 people. And definitely for 7 and higher, you need a full squad to take out the harder missions. And the controls are tight, I like them a lot, it's fun to play, and the combat and mechanics are polished, and victory feels earned. I'd say one of the standout features in Helldivers 2 is its diversity in weapons and equipment at your disposal. Granted, not all the weapons in your arsenal are created equal from one another. It almost feels like Super Earth did not want to put taxpayer dollars, I guess, towards Helldivers equipment, and to jump off that point, no weapon feels truly overpowered in the game. All of them are very well balanced, but it does lead to some feeling a little too weak. So with some weapons, they were trying to make them not too strong and accidentally made them not good at all. You got some powerful weapons like the new Las Sickle, and some absolutely garbage weapons, in my opinion, being the Dominator and both marksman rifles in the game. I've tried them both, and personally, I don't see what they could be used for, but that's just my personal opinion on the weapons. If you like a certain weapon I dislike, that's your opinion, and I respect that. Maybe you're just better at the game than me, who knows? But enough about the weapons, let's talk about the bread and butter, the stratagems, and the sweet, sweet chaos you can cause with them against the enemies and your team. But before we talk about the stratagems, I think it's important to also talk about friendly fire and all sorts of fun activities you can do at friendly fire, whether it be putting down a sentry and like your teammate or friend walks in front of it and gets himself cut in half by the sentry, or you fail to communicate that, oh man, I'm gonna throw this eagle airstrike towards the Terminid nest to blow it up. And you warn him, but it's far too late and he's dead. But you both laugh it off because it's great. Personally, I feel friendly fire adds a lot of fun to the game. It can add a lot of crazy, wacky scenarios that I don't think I've seen anywhere else in a video game before. I also think friendly fire also incentivizes playing smart, because with friendly fire, you can't just throw your 500 kg bombs willy-nilly. You actually have to think about your team's position on the field. And I think this really helps the cooperative aspect of the game. Working together with your teammates and just building hits or loadouts around each other to help lift each other up where you may be weak, I think is really cool. It really fosters that sense of camaraderie or brotherhood, I guess, that you find in the military in real life. Whether you're coordinating airstrikes or reviving fallen comrades, every single action feels like a collaborative effort towards victory. And with that, let's talk about what you can bring to the table. You can bring a large assortment of items with you to the battlefield to help aid your fellow Helldivers in combat. This could be machine guns, flamethrowers, orbital strikes, even mechs, turrets, etc. It was honestly just really fun to experiment with each stratagem here to find out which ones I like and which ones I don't. The ones I don't like is the ballistic shield backpack. Why does it exist, you know? Why is it here? But I digress. Let's talk about who will be fighting with all these awesome tools in your fight to protect democracy. First off, we have the bugs, aka the Terminids, which are a faction of big bugs that prefer to swarm you. So anything that is automatic or explosive is really good against them. You'll need a little bit of armor piercing for the hive guards and chargers and battle titans. Other than that, high ordnance explosives should be enough to take out most bugs. And personally, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me, bugs are a lot easier to deal with than the other faction, which are the automatons. I guess you could probably guess from the name, they're robots, and they fight a bit differently. They'll try to flank you, they will use artillery on you, they have heavy ordnance, they have explosives, they have tanks, they have cannons, they have all this lovely stuff that will definitely give you PTSD if you are a survivor of Malevolent Creek. You know what I'm talking about. But they are difficult to say the least. And in my experience, shotguns are the way to go with the bots, as well as armor-piercing rounds and lasers. Those are the key things you want to use when fighting the bots. And boy, might be difficult to fight, but boy are they fun. They are so much fun. And now for the real bread and butter of the whole package, the Galactic War. Probably spend most of your time on this screen just deciding between automatons and terminids. And here you can see what sections are available for you to go and visit, basically, or not visit, but go conquer, liberate, whatever. And here you can see, like, what percentage of the planet is liberated versus what percentage is under, in this case, the Terminid's control. And if you complete the major order before the expiration date, which is in 2 days and 8 hours, as of writing this video, you will get rewarded with some medals, which can be used to purchase upgrades in the war bonds, which is then used to become strong, I guess. And when you finally decide to land on a planet, another really cool thing about Helldivers 2 is that it features an ever-changing battlefield on each planet with procedurally generated missions that to my opinion, ensure no two playthroughs are the same, ever. Although the objectives might be the same. And yes, they are repetitive, but the way you go about getting to said objective is different each time. Encounters are just different each time, and it's just so fun. I just can't emphasize that enough. It's just incredibly fun. I love it. And please buy the game if you haven't already. And with that about covers all the stuff I think I wanted to cover in this video. In conclusion, Helldivers 2, in my opinion, is just pure fun. And that's really what video games should always strive to be, just fun to play. And that puts the player first. And by putting the player first in how they monetize their game, it just makes it so consumer friendly. And it just, like I said in the beginning of the video, it just reminds me of the golden age of co-op shooters, which for me was on the Xbox 360 playing Halo and Call of Duty, among other titles as well. I just want to give 2 examples, or else I'd be here all day. With Helldivers 2, I got to play with people I haven't played games with or haven't talked to in years, and it's awesome to be talking with those people again that I haven't seen in 4 to 5 years, and it's awesome. And I can thank Helldivers 2 for that, for bringing me and my friends closer together again. It really is something only a video game can accomplish. And that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed my review / whatever this was about Helldivers. Not sure if I'll call it a review yet in the title, but we'll see. But if you made it this far, I really do appreciate you watching until the end. It means a lot. And I hope you have a great day. Have a great night, wherever you are. God bless you and stay righteous.